Okay, so I want to take a look at the Maxtek Optical gaming mouse. Now I picked this up in the Aldi store earlier. I was thinking about getting a new mouse. There's a little window there with a Velcro cover for you to turn over. I think they had one in blue and one in red. This is obviously the red one. It was the only one that they had left. It was about $9.99, so I thought I'll just throw it in because I'll give it a try out, because although mine's a good mouse, the Dragon War one, the button here, you kind of have to make sure you press down right at the top, and sometimes you find your fingers up here and it doesn't, even though it clicks, like you can hear it clicking there, it doesn't quite respond properly unless you're right on the very end of it, and it doesn't feel right having your fingers right down there, so sometimes that gets on my tits a bit. So this one has the forward and back buttons, so does this one, although they're there, 1, 2, 2. I don't know if having them side by side instead of down and above will make much of a difference. It would probably be weird for me to get used to. It looks a lot bigger, you know, comparative size. It's a lot bigger unit than the Dragon War one. It does have multi DPI, four DPI settings there. And if we can get a macro on that, you got 800, 1200, 1600 and 2400 DPI resolution there. This one's got 4 as well, my old one. Where is it on there on the side? It's got 800, 1600, 2400 and 3200, so this one goes up to a higher DPI. In other words, so the mouse will whiz across the screen a lot faster. Obviously in games like FPS, first person shooter games and things like that, more useful for things like that, but you don't get a high level of accuracy. Obviously you get the more accuracy down on 800. So this one doesn't have the 3200, which isn't a big deal for me because I rarely use it. The highest it's got is 2400, but it does have a 1200 in there, which my old one doesn't have. Another thing that was getting on my nerves with this one, my old one, was as soon as you turn it on, it defaults to the DPI, the mid-range DPI, which is still too fast. Like the slightest nudge or flick of a thing sends the cursor flying across the screen. So it's still on 2 cores. So you have to cycle the DPI all the way around again to the beginning every time you start the computer, which got to be a bit of not a big deal, but sometimes it gets to be a bit of a pain. So that's another reason why I just thought I'll just chuck this in there. We'll get this out the box and take a look at it. Okay, now outside of the box, the mouse itself again seems to look okay. I'm not overly keen on this red text here. I suppose it's blue on the blue ones, but yeah, I'm not overly keen on that particular text style. But it's, you know, minor details, something I can overlook for the price of the unit. say the Maxtek logo there. You got some rubber, plasticky grip here. Grey, yeah, but coloured lines there and on here as well. The forward and back buttons, that's forward obviously, and back is labelled. That's the best placed. If you can have them side by side, it's best to have the back, the one more button back more towards you. It's the one that naturally feels what you'd press, I suppose. Now this button here, as it says here on this little manual, is a double click button. So instead of going double click, you just press that once and it acts as a double click, which is nice, which is good. I was kind of hoping it would be a programmable button, so maybe you could use it to throw a grenade or open something, or open doors and things like that in games or something like that, if you was ever going to use it for that. That would have been nice. I don't know, maybe it still can, I'm not sure. Maybe there's some manufacturers do have a downloadable programmable kind of program or driver for the mice. If you go onto their website, I don't know if this one does, it doesn't mention if it does. The Dragon War one that I showed before, that did, if you had to go online to download it. So it's possible Maxtek have something similar. You may be able to program that button, I don't know if they do. Or there may be a third party software that does the same thing. The DPI button, again, sounds okay. The mouse wheel, you kind of have to it's okay in the wheel action. Does seem okay on it. A little rubber track in the middle, exactly the same as the Dragon War. So it's I'm expecting it to perform pretty much like the Dragon War. Hopefully the few things, minor details, the issues I mentioned before I had with that mouse, it can iron those problems out. But again, you know, something, if it wasn't in the shop today, I wouldn't have picked it up. So it was something that I could always live with that Dragon War mouse, and that Dragon War mouse will actually be going to my music production computer when I swap it over for this one. Anyway, the front of the mouse, if we take a look at the front of the mouse, it's designed like that with that gap so it can go down on. The underside, let's see the underside there, the sliding pads. There's nothing in the box that come. Sometimes you get something different kind of pads that you can stick, but there's nothing. It's an all-in-one one there. There's nothing to suggest that in this box that you can do that. You got your help line actually on the mouse. There, this is www.quest.co.uk. Now, Maxtek is actually a company that makes mouse or mice and for computers and keyboards. So they did have the keyboards and headphones as well in the Aldi store when I went in today. They've obviously kept the Maxtek logo, so it's not one of their ones where they've had something bought in by somebody and then put like they put Work Zone or Powercraft and so on forth on the tools. You know, they just brought it in and just sold them. This says that you just plug and play. You drive it in, and if you plug it in, and if you're connected to the internet, the PC will automatically find and download the driver. It is possible that there might be a generic driver for a laser mouse with certain functions already built into the operating system, if it's something like Windows 10 or something like that anyway, so you may not need to be connected to the internet there. I don't know. And here it just says your features of the mouse. So it has got an LED backlight to it. Obviously it's a laser mouse. There's 7 buttons, anti-skid control wheel, 1.5 meter cord, soft touch surface, variable DPI as we've already gone over, and it's compatible with Windows XP. So if you've still got the old operating system there, you'll be fine. Windows 7, Windows 10 and Apple iOS. So there's no mention of Windows 8 there, but I'm sure if it's going to be working on 7 and 10, then you shouldn't really have a problem plugging it into a Windows 8 machine. They've probably just not tested it there. Obviously that goes over the range, DPI range we've already talked about. It's a laser mouse, 7 buttons, a double action scroll wheel, so cord length again, plug and play. Approximate weight is 305 grams. There's a warranty on this for 36 months. 36 month warranty period on there, and you do need your receipt or your proof of purchase or invoice, and maybe you should keep the packaging as well. What I usually do is I'll keep the packaging, put it up if it's something that I'm you know, I think is worthy of keeping hold of for the warranty. Then I'll just put the packaging up in the loft in the garage or something, the loft above the garage or something like that, so it doesn't take up any space. Then when that warranty period's up, then you can think about throwing the packaging away then. You must show this warranty card along with the receipt as well, so you'll have to fill this in for your receipt there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to do it online at Maxtek's website or something like that. Maybe you can. It says it there in more detail. 3-year warranty, 36 months. There we go, 3-year warranty. So there's a 1.5 meter cord. It's proper braided cord. Obviously this one's the red mouse, so it's got a red cord on it. My previous mouse has got the same kind of braided cord. Obviously it's in blue. I'm taking it that's exactly what the blue mouse's cord's going to be like, because they're virtually identical. In fact, I'm actually betting on it's going to be pretty much like that mouse, to be honest with you. Again, even the USB plug is pretty much exactly identical to the Dragon Ball one there, what I'm using. It's just that the dimensions of the actual mouse themselves are a bit bigger. It just feels perhaps a little tiny bit better. I'll just see if I can plug it into one of these 3 ports here for now. You can see it light up there. The logo's lit up red. That's lit up red at the sides. The wheel's red. Doesn't change with the thing. It's a red laser. It's a red laser on there, whereas the Dragon Ball one I have here was a blue one. So obviously that's not going to make any difference. It's how the laser performs, as long as it performs okay. So again, there's supposed to be a backlight on this. I think we'll try it on. Try it on another port. There we go. Okay. If you can see the mouse there running along the screen. Press the DPI. That's small. It's faster. That's the tight, the smaller increments. 800 dpi, I think there. Once again, you can see, I don't know if you turn the light off, you can better see the lighting on that. I'm not sure if it's supposed to light up from underneath as well. Don't know about that. Maybe if we turn the light. Turn the light, maybe see that a little bit more. That's basically the gist of it. I think this previous mouse, the wheel would light up different colours for the different DPI. That's actually purple. It's just showing up again as blue. It's blue, red, purple, yeah, that's purple, but it's actually showing up as blue, and then back to nothing again, as this one just seems to remain red. This one just seems to remain red, and you kind of have to take a guess where you are with the DPI. You have to kind of take a guess where you are with the DPI by moving the mouse on screen. So, all in all, I think I'll give it a test and see just how good it is in comparison to the other one before I'll see if I click on, bring my finger pretty much to the top, and if I click on YouTube or Amazon, should we say, yep, and that picks it up straight away. Whereas the other one, I had to have my finger all the way down on the way down on the tip before it was responsive. So that's probably going to work things out for me. It was that Jeremy Clarkson's taught with his soap on a rope. For his Christmas present. Yep. So that's the Maxtek gaming mouse, or a laser gaming mouse. Picked up from Aldi stores, but obviously you can buy them elsewhere. You just go online, search Maxtek gaming mouse. Sure, you'll be able to find one, maybe even on Amazon.